It feels like it's been a while since I've done a purely drama video. While videos about ongoing situations like this one used to be the bread and butter of my channel, in recent times I've taken a slightly different approach to focus on more internet history rather than ongoing stories. So consider this upload a return to form. 1 year ago, I released a video about someone who you're likely already familiar with.
Shadman was arrested in LA for assault with a deadly weapon. Of all the things you'd be charged with, I was not expecting this, although he is crazy, right?
As one of the original faces of the Newgrounds community, Shad first became popular for his controversial artworks, branding himself as a man willing to draw what no one else dared. No joke was off limits for Shad, and as a result, he also became a figure for free speech in the online world. When his website, shadbase.com, was removed by his internet service provider, a large portion of the community came together to defend his right to freedom of expression, including YouTubers like Elvis the Alien. Elvis even hired Shad to do a number of contract jobs for him on his YouTube thumbnails, drawing suggestive versions of popular characters to draw in viewers. What I suspect Elvis didn't know at the time, or at least what I hope he didn't know, is that the reason his website was taken down is also the reason that his ISP dropped him. Shad had been drooling over 12-year-old actress Daphne Keane in Discord messages, and shortly thereafter decided to publish a piece of artwork of her being by her co-star, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. News of the art's existence reached back to Daphne's management, who promptly sent Shad a cease and desist. As a result, he was also dropped by his website host.
Holy shit! Look what I found here. Alright, people ruin everything. Thumbnail, Shadbase. Your movie sucks. Shadman ruins everything. Here, look at this tweet right here. Alright? Elvis the Alien. This was after the legal shit. He says, weird art, this is in 2017, weird art, very weird, but I'm in full support of your website staying up. Bruh. It's the people that demand this art that I'm personally critical of.
In 2017, it was commonplace to defend Shad, even for behavior like this. It was as recent as 2020 that popular e-girl, Belle Delphine, even did a scantily clad cosplay of him, showing that he still had people openly admiring him, fangirling him, and defending him. A lot of people were openly fans of Shad's art and even his brand, either ignoring or fully embracing the more unsavory parts of his life. Because, hey, he's weird, but he's not that bad. Right? What kind of audience is he looking to attract? And what kinds of things does he want them to say about the subjects of his drawings? On an unrelated note, here are some images of Shad's fans getting the underage people depicted to sign his artwork. Show Shad stating that he'll be rewatching the film alone so that he can once again see his girl, Daphne Keane. While some have shed doubt on the veracity of these messages, it's hard to believe they're not real when only 3 days later, Shad posted an 8-image set of the actress being brutally onto his website. She is depicted severely beaten, scarred, and covered in urine. At the time, she was only 12. Yeah, he is that bad. And for some reason, no one had put the pieces together. Today, it's very rare that you'll see someone openly defending the Shadbase brand, with most having realized how truly disgusting his history is, and instead deciding to drop any prior defense they'd made of him. The Shadman name went from that of an internet provocateur, complete with SS-inspired uniform, to that of a man who had been using freedom of speech as an excuse to profit from an audience of creeps.
Shadman has been known for drawing pornography of real-life children in multiple occasions, including actors like Daphne Keane, the young girl in Logan, LT Corbis, who was known as Soph and then quit YouTube, who was 11 at the time, and Keemstar's daughter, who I believe was 7. All of this behavior is inexcusable, and for an incredibly long time, Shadman's behavior was excused by everyone in and around his friend group.
As of the release of my video, Shad's relevance had already faded for some time. The internet has changed a lot since his heyday, and his production of content had slowed down considerably. But it would be in 2021 when his true sense of despair began to show. The following is going to contain a lot of rumors and basically hearsay that has come out about Shad as of recent, so you're welcome to take much of this with a grain of salt. Spaz Kid was one of Shad's strongest defenders back in the day, coming from the same area of the internet and having years of friendship with him. It appears the two have had a falling out from a Twitter thread from October 2nd of 2021. This all begins with Spaz Kid asking Shad why he muted him. Shad then responds by telling him to burn in hell. Spaz then calls him a pussy for muting him, and then indicates that the two were in the middle of a conversation when he was actually muted. Shad says that he is ignoring his friend, which is where we get some real substance to the conversation. You're a fucking idiot, keeping up your stupid facade and higher-than-thou persona. No one cares. Hypocrite alert, and attached here is a screenshot of a conversation. Spaz Kid: I'm being genuine when I say I can't stand this stupid meme shit you do. I've never liked it or thought it was funny. I'm trying to get through you adults who lost all sense of humor and take the internet seriously, like fucking peasants. Fuck off. Spaz Kid: when you're done, follow me back, DM me, and we can have a real adult conversation. I'm gonna finish taking a nap. It seems that this adult conversation never took place. Spaz Kid and Shadman are no longer mutuals on Twitter. What this was going to be about can only be speculated on, but it is worth noting that they likely never made up after this. Shad has also spoken negatively about Chris, being Oni NG, and Corey, being Spaz Kid, since the occasion. Those following Shad's life have been remarking on his accompanying schizo post for some time. What appear to be genuinely incoherent ramblings from someone who has said nothing of substance or with any discernible meaning for some time. At first, people took these for simple jokes, but with the frequency, many suspected that something was up. He even changed his bio to "not important."
My name is not important. What is important is what I'm going to do. I just fucking hate this world.
On Kiwi Farms, forum users commented on his apparent deterioration. I had to look through his Twitter timeline, and it seems like his mental health has been spiraling for at least a year. His posts have been somewhat nonsensical, and at times he's been sort of shedding the persona that he built up. I don't know if he started doing drugs or what, but clearly something happened around the end of 2020, which is culminating now. On October 16th, news came out that Shad was allegedly addicted to opioids. This was mostly gossip, built on the foundation of images Shad had posted to his own Twitter of his room, which, to be frank, does look like a messy crack den, but that doesn't prove anything on its own. In addition to this, pictures of Shad's face were also released online, and people began making fun of his appearance, given how little it resembles his drawings and carefully crafted persona. Not thinking much of it, I tweeted this out, not really caring whether or not it was true because, firstly, it kind of reads as a joke, and secondly, even if it is believed and somehow not true, I don't really think the guy deserves a break. Shad then tweeted out, "Turkey Tom addicted to my cock. What a slut. Seeing an opportunity, I did what I felt was right." Shad responded to many of his own replies, seemingly upset about what I had said, even asking one person, possibly in jest, for my address. This was not the first time Shad had tweeted about me. He had once remarked that my future didn't look too good on Twitter, and I suspected that he was talking about me in private. I was right, with one content creator tweeting a screenshot of him mentioning me in a conversation that had nothing to do with me. I then received a long message from a creator who I consider trustworthy regarding the subject of Shad. I'm going to keep their identity private, but I'll read out some of the most important parts here. What triggered me to finally watch your video was getting some of these schizoid DMs. I'll spare you the DM reading, it's nonsense, just a smattering of random art from his past, unrequested, doubt you want to see that. Looks like he's just going through old photos and wants people to react to them, and that's because his work has dried up, and he has no serious income outside of the internet, which you sort of need to pay rent in LA. But if you want my personal opinion, knowing the circle of people he turned against and the kind of work people like him seek, also the fact he's done favors for no one, his outburst is due to money issues and a dying audience. Porn illustrators are getting slaughtered by Twitch and OnlyFans in pandemic times. There isn't enough support cash to flow around for all of these new people. Hell, there aren't even really conventions for them to cash in on anymore. Drugs, however, continue to flow like wine in LA. He's likely on pills, like a lot of content creators, but I'd just keep calling it heroin anyways, because it's funny. Shad had previously taken a step back from the internet to focus on some industry work, which I guess would be paying pretty well if it took him away from online commitments. However, based on how things are going now, my theory is that the work has either been completed for some time and he hasn't gotten any more, or word of his online activity led to him losing the job. A lot of people have been saying that Shad's art is and always was bad. It kind of happens when someone is hated. Everything they've ever done is pulled into the category of disgusting and terrible. And I get the sentiment, but I disagree. Shad is clearly a talented artist in some respects. Outside of the shock value, he's decent at drawing. Unfortunately, he decided to put that second to his weirder tendencies, and now appears to have lost a lot for it. Up until this point in the story, things had gone basically how I predicted. Shad was losing relevance. Shad was sad about that. He was in a dark place as a result of losing his online fame. And as a result, he was spitefully tweeting about me and messaging people about me because he's a very sad guy. I was wrong. It got worse. Shadman had been inactive on Twitter for a few weeks, missing in action. But on November 11th, news came out that he was arrested in Los Angeles for assault with a deadly weapon. This was complete with court booking documents confirming that it was indeed him.
For assault with a deadly weapon. Now, I don't really know what to say here. You know, Connor told me this, right? Now, the charge level is a felony, by the way. Of all the things you'd be charged with, I was not expecting this, although he is crazy, right?
As for his current status, many instantly assumed that he would be incarcerated for a considerable amount of time. However, according to legal documents, he did make bail. One forum user gave some interesting personal insight. The way it works in California is that if you can make bail and you are no longer in custody, you can then be 5150'd for 3 days and 5250'd for 14 days after that. This happens when people have a psychotic break or are stupidly high on drugs. You are no longer in law enforcement custody at that point, so all public records show you as released. Instead, it is a medical hold, and all records about your status, including that you were even 5150'd at all, are sealed under privacy rules. When you're finally released from the medical hold, there is also no notification to anyone since it's still private. If you're trying to avoid attention, it's actually a good way to keep people in the dark about your status. The cops usually do this out of genuine concern for the welfare of the accused and the welfare of the public. However, they can also do it as an added way to fuck with someone. In practice, what happens is that you silently vanish from the jail and are discreetly hauled out to the care facility. Many speculated that, at least for the moment, Shad was in one of these mental health facilities, although he recently came back to Twitter to announce his own release. Meanwhile, the news of his life falling apart and the events around it would continue to permeate the internet, as did the memes.
It reveals that the 31-year-old has reportedly been booked under Section 245, which under the California Penal Code carries charges for assault with a deadly weapon.
So depending on how severe it was, if they add extra charges, if he takes a plea deal or whatever, yeah, he could go to prison. He could go to California, Los Angeles prison for 4 years. What a fucking nightmare. An absolute nightmare. This tweet, by the way, I guess I'm the one that broke the news to Twitter. It was some complete random. He registered to the site just to post this information from Unicourt. But this has like 7,000 likes, 17,000 likes, 7,000 retweets, which is like crazy.
What the future holds for Shad is unclear. My guess is that he will continue to fade into irrelevance as he tries to coast off of whatever part of him lives on in 3- and 4-year-old shitposts. Shad arrested, Chris Chan in jail, and Lotax has passed away. It appears that the year of the cow has come to pass. But on a more personal note, it is kind of sad to think about. Imagine being over 30 years old, with very little chance of getting any kind of industry job, your connections have pretty much dried up, you are basically broke, and your only claim to fame, your only legacy, is that you like to draw children being raped on the internet. A sad, sad fate. Meanwhile, his only defenders will be people like Stamper TV, who type some very unhinged shit in their community tab on YouTube. And really brace yourselves here, alright? There are some stunning defenses, alright? He makes some really great points, he makes some really great arguments. And honestly, after them, I expect people to be real quiet about Shadman. Let me tell you what I think about Shad, so you can shut the fuck up already. I have nothing but respect. If the wants to shoot people for a living, he probably has a good reason. Hands down, one of the best people I've ever met in my life, and lived with for a long time. Get a life of your own for a change. It's genuinely creepy and pathetic how hard you sneak around, digging for potential gossip to spread. Let me put it this way. Oni would shoot his own mother in the face if $1 was involved. fuck that twice. But who am I to say? Now, if you'd excuse me, I'm going to go back to being pathetic, snaking around, and digging for potential gossip to spread. And by the way, this is the last time I'm going to talk about Shad in a video publicly unless I really have to. I've been Turkey Tom. Thanks for watching, and until next time, leave me alone.